A Qui Tam action allows any person, which includes a citizen, an association, even a business, to bring suit on behalf of the government and themselves. So it's a unique federal statute, the False Claims Act, that allows any citizen to attempt to help the government recover funds that were wrongly taken from it. So historically, a whistleblower was someone who directly observed fraud, typically by their own employer, in submitting claims to the government, such as a defense contractor. Now, since recent amendments in both 2009 and 2010, the definition of a whistleblower under the False Claims Act is expanded. You do not need to be an employee of the company that you are blowing the whistle on. When Hagens Berman looks at a whistleblower case, we treat it as a case we are litigating. The False Claims Act permits the government to, at any point in the case, intervene in the action. If the government intervenes in your case, which is to say the government decides that your case has sufficient merit and they have the sufficient resources to investigate and prosecute the case, you stay involved in the case, and you as the whistleblower have certain rights that you retain while the case proceeds, but the government takes the lead in the case, and you provide ongoing assistance to assist them in that. If the government decides not to intervene in your case, you are authorized under the False Claims Act as the whistleblower, and our firm, Hagens Berman, would then act as your counsel in litigating this case, just as we would litigate any other case for a client. When Hagens Berman takes information, we don't take notes and then hand them off to the government. We turn your information into a complaint. We don't file a lawsuit in the SEC, CFTC, or IRS context. Only in the False Claims Act do you actually file a lawsuit and begin litigation. In the other areas of whistleblowing, your claim could very well sit on a pile of hundreds of others. You want to make your claim stand out. You want your claim to get the attention of the people with the most influence at those agencies. You want a firm like ours to explain what's different about your complaint and why it deserves attention. As we're seeing in these times, agencies don't have unlimited resources. They lack the manpower to fully investigate everything that comes in their door. And though they're exceptionally talented and great at what they do, the assistance of a law firm like ours that has the resources and the will to even hire attorneys, as we've done in some instances, to assist on a particular case that's being investigated by the government, that can make the difference in whether your case is given the treatment it deserves and whether you get a recovery. Whistleblowers are entitled to between 15 and 25% of the government's recovery if the government intervenes in your case and makes a recovery. If the government declines to intervene in your case, you litigate the case yourself, as the whistleblower, you are entitled to between 25 and 30% of the overall recovery. And some of these recoveries are in up into the billions of dollars.